Welcome back to another workout video, and in today's video I'll be going over a classic bodybuilder 2-day workout split that is divided between the chest, the back, the legs on day 1, and then day 2 will be the shoulders, the biceps, and the triceps, and the forearms. So it is going to be a 2-day workout split that you can either do a rest day, then repeat the process, or do 4 days and then rest day, or you could do 6 days if you want to make it crazy. We're gonna start things off with the first day, and we're gonna hit chest, back, and the legs and each muscle group. So for the chest, we're gonna do 3 exercises back to back to back, with no rest in between those exercises until you finish the supersets. This is a tricep that Larry Scott would do often for his arms, and it is something that I implemented into my other muscle groups because it really does make a huge difference when it comes to adding muscle mass. And after doing the chest portion of the workout, we're going to move on to the back, and then again do 3 exercises back to back to back, and then you rest for 10 to 30 seconds, doing about 6 to 8 reps in each exercise before moving on to the next one. And this is great for stimulating hypertrophy, getting those muscles full of blood, and really you will be sweating. So it is going to be an intense workout within these 2 days. And now moving on to the back portion of the workout, we're going to do some 1-arm dumbbell rows, and then you're going to superset into some cable lat pull downs, and then supersetting the cable lat pull downs with an underhand grip cable lat pull down. And each grip will target your back differently, and that's why I like to implement different grip widths as well as different hand positioning, because it does hit the muscle groups differently. And in this specific manner, it also hits the biceps pretty hard, and it's a good movement overall because you get a really good stretch. And one of the main key factors of muscle growth is the contraction of the muscle, time under tension. But in order to really get a good contraction of the muscle, you really want to focus on getting a good stretch in the actual muscle itself before contracting. And it is something that I feel like needs to be hammered in, and that is done through these repetitions, through these exercises done back to back, because you are really focusing all your energy and attention onto a specific region of the body, building that muscle mind connection that is needed to properly perform the exercise. And after doing the back portion, we're moving on to the leg portion. And again, we're going to do 3 exercises back to back to back. So you are going to be sweating at this point. You're going to be questioning your sanity, but it is worth it because the pump is glorious. You're going to do some cable Romanian deadlifts. I love doing them for the hamstrings and the glutes, then supersetting it with the hamstring curls and then the leg extensions. And now we are moving on to day 2 of the workout split, which will be the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, and the forearms. So we are hitting all of the major muscle groups of the arm, and we're going to start things off with a standing dumbbell shoulder press. I love a dumbbell shoulder press because I can really feel my shoulders go on fire with that specific movement. And just like day 1 of training, we're going to do 3 exercises back to back with 6 to 8 reps in each exercise. This is for maximum fatigue of the muscle, and it really does stimulate it to grow. And after doing the dumbbell lateral raises, we're moving straight into some bent over rear delt flies for the rear delt of the shoulder, which is the back side of the shoulder. And it is essential to train this portion of the body, because if you don't train your rear delts, you will not achieve the round cap look of the shoulder itself, and we want some bolder shoulders. Now we're moving on to the biceps. We're going to choose our 3 exercises, which will be the dumbbell preacher curl, the concentration curl, and then the easy bar preacher curl. And these exercises done back to back to back again. And I love this style of training because I always get like locked in. I always get that that mindset of just being at the gym, pushing myself, because it is pretty challenging to complete these exercises back to back to back after achieving those 6 to 8 reps. It really does make your muscles burn and on fire. And after doing the biceps, we're going to move on to the triceps, and then finishing day 2 of the workout split with the forearms. And the forearm training is something that I've recently gotten into because it completes a fuller and stronger looking arm, and it is something that I feel like not a lot of people do. And once you do it, you will feel a forearm pump and never go back. And just like the other regions of the body, we're picking 3 exercises. I'm doing the closed grip chest press for the triceps, and then supersetting that movement with some easy bar skull crushers, and then supersetting that with a 1-arm dumbbell French press. Now we're moving on to the holy forearm training, and we're going to do it with a specific manner of releasing the bar from our hand, letting it roll to our fingertip before we do the curl, so that we can really contract all of the muscle fibers in the forearm when you are squeezing the bar. And then after doing that, we're going to superset it with some standard wrist curls, again with the same weight, just doing a standard wrist curl just to really fatigue the muscle, and then topping it off with some easy bar reverse curls that honestly kill the arms in general, the forearms, the biceps, the brachialis. It really just targets all of it and makes it feel like your arms are about to explode. And that concludes the 2-day workout split, and I'm going to leave the full workout split in the description box below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more fitness content in the future. And as always, stay tuned, and thank you for watching.